Welcome to Deroko Technology Company. There is your brother Roxanne Kojo Debra, the senior engineer of this era, the dynamic inventor. I'm here to present to you how the aluminium steel affect nature. How is it possible that aluminium steel affects nature? With my opinion, I'll urge world authorities to make sure to get rid of aluminium steel. It supports in weakening the ozone layer. It bounces back the heat generated by the sun, the UV radiation, and it weakens the ozone layer magnetic field. We need material that absorb heat, but that does not bounces back heat. There is differences. We can see clearly that normal slate and other plastic materials can support the system by protecting nature. When there is a sun rays on top of a roofing sheet of metal or aluminium steel, you can see something called a mirage. That thing almost happen on roads, but it is dangerous. The temperature rises to a specific amount, which affect trees and plants and living organisms, and making the nature unable to create. We can solve that by replacing them with that slate and fiberglass and plastics roofing. I'll urge world authorities to make sure to change this phenomenon, because this contributes to climate change. We must make sure to protect nature, because we have seen to it that its installing is easy for us and its durability lasts longer. Let me tell you that if a roofing sheet is rusted and you take in a rainfall water from it, you have been poisoned, and you will bear the consequences. And it will also affect nature, living organisms in the soil. People are experiencing it, injecting tetanus in their body. But you injecting such kind of chemical in your body, have you witnessed the consequences? It is long-term effect. And you will not know it yet, but it will harm you in the future. You will start taking drugs, and every drugs you take also has side effect, and it will weaken the immune system that will lead you to your early grave. From now onwards, because Deroko is able to identify that, we urge authorities across the world that we must prevent any material that bounces heat into the atmosphere. And we must get rid of this aluminium steel roofing by assisting the poor, by creating companies to provide slate, the heat absorber, but not the heat bouncer in the system, to save the ozone layer depreciating. We must protect nature, because nature contributes to our satisfaction. And when we are unable to control nature, then things will get worse. Right now we are complaining excessive drought, excessive rainfall. We are recording new heat temperature. Every year we record new heat temperature. Have you ever witnessed what is the cause? The world think it is generated by the poisonous gases mixed with the air. It is not. The poisonous gases mixed with the air do not generate heat, but rather poisons the environment. What actually generates heat? This is the solar panels, the cell phones we are using, and aluminium steel roofing sheets. And now we are adding electric cars that generate excessive heat in the atmosphere. The truth is there, but it is hidden. And no one will let the bitter truth out. I will tell you plainly that always the truth defeats the lies. I am here to tell you the bitter truth that without eliminating this problem, these materials, do not complain of climate change because it is caused by you. If you don't know it today, I have informed you. And I know the consequences of this. When I speak, nature listens to my voice. And I'm here on earth to make nature stabilize. To restructure nature because nature is distracted by human activities. And without Deroko, everything created by human being is incomplete. Not even electric cars. And I assure you that my invention is going to save the world. The world must accept my inventions. That's why I'm coming out. Within a decade, I'm coming out with 7 powerful inventions working dynamically to save the world. From now onwards, I can assure you that we can be able to control the universe. Welcome to the new world. We must protect living organisms existing on planet. We must make sure to protect things created by God. Everything created by Him is complete. We must not add up something to it. The scientists are creating mess in the atmosphere. They are making people unable to think of themselves. And they are balancing DNA, which is deoxyribonucleic acid. Tempering the DNA, which were created by God. You are making trees impotent to create because you cannot use lemon mixed with orange and you want that citric acid to produce living organism that can perform a specific task on it. And at the same time, you are bringing out chemicals that can destroy these creatures. We are not making people on earth to be able to think, to be able to reason as women, because we are taking in a DNA from cows, from other living organisms. There is a secret at hand. And that's why the world has said and seen to it that people are unable to think of themselves. So due to that, we must eliminate peoples on earth. We must eliminate peoples on earth. This is not the solution of climate change. World leaders must come together to eliminate also solar panels and lithium battery. I'm talking of the explosive mechanism. Right now, what even the guys are using to kill their fellow men, to kill their fellow women, and the women also are using it, is the lithium battery chemicals. Someone can put a dip of a solar or lithium chemical and put it in your food for you to take it in. That will last you less than 6 months on earth to destroy every organ in your system. That will lead to death. Have you ever think of that? And if someone go and throw a lithium battery, a spoiled lithium battery, to river whereby people take in water, what is the consequences? And at the same time, when you buy this lithium batteries, then be ready for explosion, because when current is leaks or thunder strikes, you are at risk, because the thunder arrestor will one day fail you. You are not protected. You are not protected. We must prevent radiation generated by man on earth, and we must make the sun remain the sun without taking any energy from the sun. We can use rain to generate electricity. We have dams, we have plants or generators on earth that can generate electricity. A renewable energy source, I'm talking of crude oil and coal energy, can be used to provide us a renewable energy. Talking of that, the smoke that comes from that chemicals also can be solved. I'm here to assure the world that without you assisting Deroko company for eliminating of the Alluminiun steel in the system, the world is not safe. The whole world must come into agreement and contact to help change the mindset of the world and reset the world for this world to be a better place for mankind. Nowadays, people are experiencing that this world is not for human being. They are thinking of that because the consequences, the problems they are facing is very serious on earth. We must protect the world, and the world leaders must support the light almost shine in the darkness. Thank you.